So I would like to introduce you to Gdog. Now this is a sim match, and this is also not a very intelligent player because he takes off while going very high speed, ripping off all of his gear on the A10. Now he's very well rounded on this as a player, but he only recently started playing sim. Now he's apparently very good in sim, at least according to what this replay looks like. Now unfortunately the cockpit view is just not working on sim, and I don't know why. It just won't give me a cockpit view for some odd reason. And see, he rips off all of his gear. Now he's doing the one thing, so he's using Mavericks, and he's gonna stare straight at people through all manner of trees and whatnot that are rendered in this site. Now this is obviously not a very good sight, but you can see he's just, so granted the stabilizer doesn't work, but you can see exactly who he's shooting at. There literally just are tanks in that tree line that he cannot see, which is locking straight onto and launching missiles at. Now the guys in the field I can get. That makes perfect sense. But I don't understand how he locked on to several people within the wood line. Now granted, this is not obviously super obvious, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit here, because later on he uses the low sat, and the low sat is the much more obvious one. He also gets, the first time I've seen a A10 get hit by an R60 and just completely live somehow. I'm not sure how he's able to do that, but sure. But yeah, so he crashes, wing first into the 35, and now he's gonna scoot back around this way. He was aiming for the Ka-29, which now the Ka-29 is dead. So now he's gonna shoot at the other player there you saw, you couldn't see at all in the wood line. He's looking at these guys through the trees, which you can't see, launching at them. And then he's gonna go and kill this guy right here, who's granted in the middle of the field. That's perfectly reasonable to do. The one thing I just don't understand though is why would you start ruining sim? Sim has already have enough issues as is. You don't need to ruin sim even more than it already has. So he crashes now. He gets like, an air kill and 2 ground kills. Now he's doing the low sat, which that's an interesting choice for, especially for sim, but he's using basically, the telephone pole launcher, which has been nerfed into oblivion. And looking at this guy who is, by the way, let's look at this Andromeda guy. So he is shooting all the way over here. Where is this Andromeda guy? All the way over here. And he's going to hit this rock right here. But yeah, so he's shooting at a guy who's completely on the other side of the map, completely obscured, can't see him at all. There's the rocks there he's shooting at. Yeah. So another person who is absolutely blatantly and deliberately ruining the player for other people, as well as ruining the sim experience for everybody else. So that's great. Another mode being completely ruined. So he aimed at that guy. He just died, so he's not there anymore. And he's going to start aiming around at people that he can't see. Now he sees the T90 here, even though the T90 wasn't even fully obscured until just now. And he's going to shoot a couple times with the T90, but not really do anything to him because these missiles, even though they essentially should cause an overpressure, just don't for some reason. I don't understand how Gaijin can look at a kinetic penetrator this big and realize it does nothing to a tank, even though we have historical footage of it shooting, hitting tanks, and absolutely completely murdering them in the test footage. Like the one time we actually have realistic test footage of this vehicle, and it just gets no justice to its performance. So that's pretty much it for this guy. He's very obvious. He's doing the overly obvious things of shooting at everything, the first time or whatever. So, and I don't know how he misses that. This missile is not, well, it is hard to aim, but it's not. When you have the side shot of a T80 and you do that, and then he leaves. So he cheats in the A10, he cheats in the low sat, and then leaves the game. So he didn't do very well, and you can see by his record he wasn't very good, but he's ultimately a cheater in the long run. So as always, hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.